Alright, it's been a chilly minute since we've done a vlog, but we are down here at Elevate today to kind of see what they're about. Come with me, come on. Alright, we're down here at Elevate Health. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hi guys, my name's Andre. I've been a sports car for almost 15 years and I'm recently out here in Elwood. I'm based out in the Hills District in Sydney. I've been there, my business is there, but recently we're here in Elwood and it's great to team up with the boys.
Beautiful. So walk me through what we're going to go through. My knee's a little bit sore, so...
So what we're going to do is we're going to make it camera friendly, but basically when you come and see me, what we're going to work out is a couple of things. If you have an injury or there's something that's preventing you from being at your best, it's not just about finding out what the joints inflamed, what the muscles inflamed. We need to look at you the whole picture. Yep. So how often are you training? What type of movements are you doing? Yep. What limitations are you having in day to day? So that way when we put something together, we kind of attack it from all angles as opposed to just a very direct approach, which sometimes can sort of teeter out with your training. So in terms of movement assessment, we'll sit you down, have a conversation. Yep. What's happening, how's it affecting you, what's going on, how much pain you're in so we can get the urgency. Yep. And then we'll get you down on the floor in the gym, look at your move, load you up, see if we can replicate the injury that you have. Yep. And the rule of thumb is when I speak to the other practitioners, like, guys, if you can replicate their pain in real time, if you can make it hurt, you can always reverse engineer it. Cool. So the plan of attack is, can we make you sort of aggravate what you have in a small controlled environment? Yep. And then in terms of treatment, we then approach the tissues that way.
All right, I'm keen. Let's go.
All right. So what is going on with you? You mentioned hips, obviously soccer, there's all football injuries. What's going on?
Yeah, so I said shoulder, but I just did a run on the weekend. I did the Sutherland to surf and my LCL, I believe it's my LCL, is playing up a little bit, which runs up to through my ITB and across my hip flexor. Okay. So it's kind of like this whole left side. I don't know if it's a weak left glute.
So how far into the run did you start to notice it?
Maybe 3Ks in.
Okay, so the first 3Ks was okay?
Yeah, first 3Ks was fine.
And how far was the run total?
11Ks.
So from the 3K to the 11K mark, did it gradually get worse or did it get irritating and stay irritated?
It built up to a point where it was just that one, maybe a 8 or 7 or 8 out of 10, and then it just maintained that level throughout the whole way through. So it didn't
get to the point where you had to stop. When you stopped running, did it go away or did it linger on?
Lingered on a little bit, yeah. So today, certain movements, it plays up, going up and down stairs, plays up. Yep. Bit creaky in the morning when I haven't done mobility, but
sure. When you were running, do you remember, was it the knee that had the initial irritation and then you went up to the hip, or was it the hip down to the knee?
Option 1.
Have you had this before? Even if nothing. It's first time?
First time. Cool.
So first things first, let me just see how you move. Yeah. Right. This is very easy going. I'm gonna get you to pop your shoes off. That's okay. Can you just show me a super comfortable deep squat for me? Show me what you got. Awesome. Come back up. Does that aggravate anything?
Nothing.
Can you do a lunge with your right leg behind you, please? Cool. Come back up. Do it again. Cool. Is that okay?
Very slight irritation there, but nothing like painful.
Sure. Does that irritation match the irritation you had in your run?
No. That's more muscular than actual ligament.
All right. Can you stand up? Bring your right knee to your chest. Hold it up there. Let me just check your balance on that side. That's good. Okay. Do you know what pogo jumps are? So we're going to do 2-footed. I just want to see what that absorption happens. Yep. Basically, I want you to do some jumping, but I want your knees to stay locked out and just jump off your toes like a pogo. So when you're ready, and just go boing, boing, boing. Yep. No dramas at all. Cool. Can I have you lying on your back face up for me? Now, I'm going to work out what you mean by hip flexor and what I think it is. Okay. I'm going to poke into some muscles and just give me a score out of 10.
Okay. Yep. Out of 7.
Okay, yeah. TFL on the side here made you jump off the bed, right? That's a running mechanic things. We can talk about how that's affected there. Hip flexor for me, usually obviously I go a little bit higher and I go through the front here. It's tight and it's sensitive, but it doesn't spark the excitement that the TFL does, right? Now, the thing with ITB, I'm not sure how much ITB work sort of that you've done before. It used to be like the go-to muscle for runners and stuff. Oh, I'm going to roll out my ITBs. I'm going to roll out my ITBs. Well, It's a band to start off with,
Yeah.
and what we found is it's very sensitive,
Yeah.
and sometimes being really rough with the ITB, whilst it feels productive, it's probably going to inflame it more.
Okay.
And there's a condition called runner's knee, which is a proper one, where if the ITB is very, very tight because the hip's really tight, it can sit on the side of the knee and rub when you run.
That would make
Every
sense.
time you come and flex your knee and run, it sits here and it rubs and rubs and rubs.
Yep.
And what will happen is the start of the run will be okay.
Yep.
As you get deeper into the run and the tightness in the
Starts to
muscles,
flare up.
it gets a little bit tighter, then it starts to become inflamed.
Yep.
And it will be a type of injury, and we break it up into, in my brain anyway, I break up injuries into mechanical injuries and functional injuries.
Yep.
In the sense that I'm thinking, if it's mechanical, I'm thinking torn muscles, broken bones, things that you cannot continue, right? Whenever I do blah, I get this immediate reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas it's more functional based injuries, I go, well, it warms up into it,
Yep.
and it's annoying, but it's not enough to make me stop.
Cool.
We're going to get into your hip. It's not going to be the nicest thing on the planet. I'm going to start a little bit easy and a bit light,
Yeah.
bit of cream, with a massager through there. And for the sake of today's session, I'm going to purposely ignore your knee.
Okay.
Because what I want to prove to you is that if I can deload your hip,
Yep.
you're going to feel a lot nicer through that knee regardless.
Yep.
And then on your next recovery run,
Yep.
you just take some notes down. Andre, I felt great, or the
Yep.
pain didn't kick on until way later, or the pain was gone completely. And then whatever we create through tape and through treatment, we have to then translate to gym.
Okay.
All right, so short-term me, long-term gym, strengthening.
Cool. Have you found a lot of, have you dealt with a lot of runners that have gone through that TFL pain more so
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
any
Yep.
sort of knee or ankle?
Yeah, so it's
Or has the knee and ankle injury stemmed from a TFL?
running's actually very hard.
Yeah.
I know it sounds silly, but to run well, like I did the half marathon. I'm not a very good runner.
Yeah.
I like running, but I'm a very good runner. And so I did the half marathon as a personal challenge, and like the biggest takeaway for me was watching other people run, especially those that ran well. It's almost like it's almost breathtaking because like
Yeah.
you're doing the best you can, and then
Yeah.
someone comes past you,
Yeah.
and they're like flowing so
Yeah.
beautifully, and you're kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is that most of us aren't the greatest of runners, right? And so I would tend to find that TFLs and those type of muscles that chronically get tired and have issues with runners, it's more of a technical issue in the way that they run,
Yeah.
the way they absorb load, the way they create load, and also if there's imbalances in terms of how the muscles, usually what we got to be careful is that when we're trying to simplify the problem, we use things like this muscle too strong, this muscle too weak to paint a picture, but that's not that simple.
Yeah.
And so what I tend to find is that if you have certain muscles that are either doing too much or you're relying on that muscle too much,
Yeah.
it'll become more sensitive.
Okay.
And so the idea of going to the gym and using the gym as like as an add-on to your running, you'd go, okay, well, I know what I'm really good at. Let me find out the areas that are slightly not up to scratch. And in my training, can I spend more time at the gym getting those muscles to a point that they can support me and my body pretty
Yeah.
well?
So it's more about generating strength to avoid those injuries. Oh my God, I'm trying to think and speak.
I know it's hard, man. I know. I'll do the heavy lifting. You can carry me later. Functional training and efficiency. I think that's kind of what people are after.
Yeah.
I think, anyway.
Yeah.
The idea of bodybuilding, the Arnold Schwarzenegger days, which were pretty cool. I think there's more of a niche these days. I think people want to be able to pick up their kids, run around, climb a tree, be able to fall and roll out, that sort of stuff. So
they're,
I think
they're the type of people that we talk to and help as well. So it's definitely growing, if anything. And we find a lot of people are coming to us with those little, with these little niggles in hips, joints, ankles,
Yep.
stuff like that. Do you find that a lot of people that go to the gym benefit from training, just functional training, more so than a specific?
Look, I'll give you my. I'm gonna blend my personal and my professional opinion. I think that regardless of the sport that you play or the lifestyle you have, if you gave me any person of any age, of any profession, I would give you 10 reasons why functional training is important. Like, I can't really think of reasons why it wouldn't be, right? There's nothing but an upside. And even if you're someone that's not like running marathons or playing high level sport, like the simple fact that you should be able to sit down, stand up, lie down, get up, jump down, right? Without groaning and moaning. Like, that's a bare minimum, right? And functional training gives you that. And in terms of being healthy, my journey, and this is the conversation I have with patients, I love the word, and we use it in the business. I love the word like efficiency in movement and creating movement. And the big one is resilience. I think that, you know, the mission for us in the health game, you guys included, if we can build humans to be more resilient, like we've done our job. You know, can you be resilient to changes? Can you be resilient to new sports, to new jobs, to new things? Half the time when patients come in and they've got a new niggle, one of the questions I ask is, what's changed in your life? Oh, actually, I got a new job. I'm doing something different. Or, hey, I've just picked up badminton. And you go like, oh, okay, that's new, right? So if you have a resilient body because you've been functionally training for a while, then your body can adapt way better. So that's the mission anyway. That's the mission statement.
Fuck. Pain is... There's no such thing as pain.
No such thing? Doesn't exist?
There's no such thing as pain.
I think so.
No. It's just a niggle, I promise.
TFL. You want to do some stuff away from here. There's a very distinction between rolling out, massaging out. I want to show you the difference. If you have your leg straight like this, and I'm going to use my forearm as a foam roller because people have that at home, right? If you foam roll the TFL, this is what it feels like, okay? What's a score out of 10?
Probably
an 8, right? And I'm not putting much pressure. And you can roll through here. The idea is that harder doesn't mean better. So if you're rolling yourself going, Jesus, it's an 8, you need to back off. Throw a towel on top, take pressure off, right? And if that's too much, the lever that we drop down to is, instead of rolling over, you can just apply pressure, and maybe then, you know, rocking the leg yourself, you can kind of take a little bit of the edge off. TFL is different, so that's part A. If you're rolling at home, to expose the TFL, you do have to have internal rotation. I'm going to show you the difference. When you internally rotate, okay, like it exposes the tissues a lot better. So the way that would translate at home is, if I have a foam roller at home and I'm on my plank position, if my leg's dead straight, that's part 1 that I showed you before. If I internally rotate my foot and then get my weight on top, I've really exposed that muscle and I can get a really lovely roll through there. For sensitive muscles like this, having pressure on it without moving is still beneficial. It's still useful, right? Because there's no point getting that roll down and going, oh my God. For sensitive tissues like this, which is exactly what it is, the amount of pressure I'm putting in here and your reaction is mismatched. That means it's hypersensitive, right? Dry needling is perfect for it. It's a fantastic tool that desensitizes. For camera and also for your benefit, I suggest we do some dry needling through here. We'll go through what it feels like and what it looks like. And then when you get up here, you're going to feel a little bit heavy, but we can desensitize it off the bat, right? So if the camera was on or off, I would still be doing this for you. Cool. So dry needling is awesome, man, but you're going to feel like a muscle twitch. Have you had it before?
I've done dry needling in... Where did I do it? I can't remember where I had it, in my ankle? Or my calf.
Okay, yeah. Look, it's acupuncture, westernized. You're going to feel a bit of a twitch, so the muscles that are needed, you're going to feel like a little spasm. And the only thing that people don't like the feeling of is that when you leave here today, that affected area that I've needled is going to feel quite heavy, like you've had a workout. If you go back to work, stay on your feet, move around, it'll feel way better. So just load as you normally would, and we'll have a go from there. All right, we'll do your TFL through here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay. Yes.
Cool. That's one done.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Talk to me.
It's, okay. There's sensations happening.
Yes. Bend your knee up. Give it a movement.
I can't. I can't actually lift it up. Okay.
Obviously the needle's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Straighten it, stand it up. Like you can just push through it. Go, push. It's heavy.
Very heavy.
So
oh, wow.
when you walk at the Savo, by the time you get up here, it'll feel better. But I've got 2 more little spots. And then
Okay. Wow. I've never felt that that load in it. Oh my God. So explain to the camera what you're doing because it just feels like you're
Can't,
stabbing me
okay,
consistently.
first of all, that's not the technique.
Yeah, I know, of
But
course.
basically, we have these Golgi tendons in the muscle fibers, and I'm
Yep.
just putting the needle into the muscle,
Yep.
and I'm very gently, the top of the needle is this thicker metal part,
Yep.
and I'm just gently threading, so the needle's not coming out
Yep.
and going in.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's an acupuncture needle, goes into the
Yep.
muscle, and as I'm gently threading,
Yep.
it's causing these reactions into this, and that's why the heaviness is there.
Okay.
And the little spasms you feel is what
Yep.
we call a twitch response. And so people put up with this for the next 4 to 5 hours, a bit
Yep.
heavy, move around.
Yep.
If I did this exact same session to you, let's say in a couple of days, it would feel half of what it feels now. The fact that you've had the run, the fact that you've had the sensitivity, today's probably its worst,
Yeah.
and it gets better and better and better.
Is the needle still in there?
Nah, it feels
oh my
like it.
God,
Nah.
what? It feels like the needle's still
Nah,
there.
they don't stay in. It's
That's
different,
crazy.
different to acupuncture. Don't stay
Wow.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, last one.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nice, brother. Done. All right, so regardless of camera or not, I think it's probably not a bad idea to get up, just walk around a little bit, lie back down so we can keep going, but I think you should get some movement in that leg.
Oh my God, that sensation is crazy. It feels like the needle's like stuck in there. Like super heavy. I know it's not stuck in there, but it feels like
it'll
it.
feel heavy.
Well,
Do a couple of squats for me, just kind of get some loading through there. And what you'll notice is the more you move it, like the better it does feel.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's that sensation it can be. This is the one thing that obviously dry needling is not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's very popular in sports because it does have a pretty good return rate. Like
Yeah.
people just feel better quicker. If you don't mind needles, number one,
Yeah.
and two, you're okay with this heavy sensation. Most people love the result of dry needling, and not every patient gets it done. Like if you're just not a fan, you're not a fan, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
most sports people that I've met, they're pretty impatient. Like, hey, I need to do this by this date, so they're willing to kind of go through a little bit of that irritation before you
yeah.
get it.
Do you find a lot of your patients that you deal with, they find it hard to stay disciplined to the program that you give them or the homework that you give them?
I'm gonna say no now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my communication skills and my experience is taking me to a point, because I find that adherence to any program, whether it's motivation, discipline, is because they haven't bought in.
Yep.
They don't understand,
Yep.
or it's too complicated,
Yeah.
or it's usually my fault. It's
Yep.
usually I haven't been able to say, hey, like here's the thing, right?
Yep.
And so one thing that I guess been working on hard for the last 10 years is, can I get what's in here out of my mouth in a way that the person goes, aha, yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. When they have buy-in and they can understand the process, I
Yeah.
mean, there's no reason for them not to do it. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
And the other thing is now becoming a dad, having the business and stuff, living life, I've realized that, writing this amazing rehab program to go to the gym and train, just going to work on your shins, by the way.
Yeah.
You also have to be malleable enough to fit the solution into their life.
Yeah.
If your solution was, hey man, you got to swim 2 hours a day and you got to go to the gym twice a day and lift these weights, if that was the solution, not many people can commit to that. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy, unless you're at a 1% where your job is to train.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you have to get very creative and honest with your clients and patients. Say, look, this
Yeah.
is what your problem is. This is a suggestion that I have. And so managing expectations and giving them a buy-in to what's happening, then they'll do it. And I also found that, walking the walk, if I like to think that I try my best to look after my health.
Yeah.
Like I invest in like a Whoop band, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my sleep better, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to train every day as best
Yeah.
I can. I feel the fact that I'm passionate about that, it does rub off too.
Yeah. It emanates to the,
Of
to
course,
the people
like
you work
I'm
with.
doing it. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing it. You can do it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Forgetting the camera for a sec, you're going to
Yeah.
be a little bit tender on that dry needling anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So the best feedback you can give me is the most blunt and black and white. And basically, the feedback today is purely related to the session,
Yep.
the pressure, how much how your body reacted to this. With any good physical therapy session like this, especially with your sensitivity, I would expect a day of soreness.
Yeah.
So if you go home today, you go to the gym today, move around today, and you're just tender and sore from my elbow dew, I would consider that totally normal.
Yeah.
If that takes 3 days, we did too much.
Yep.
Got to wind down a little bit, right?
Yep.
A day of soreness, A-okay.
Yep.
If there's anything different, if you feel like, hey, that wasn't there before,
Yep.
that's when you get on the phone, text me or email, hey Andre, you worked on these areas, I'm feeling this, is this normal?
Yep.
I'll say, yes it is because of blah, blah, or hey, no it isn't, let's look after it, right? Before you come back and see me, you need to get some data.
Yeah.
So I would like a recovery run, right? Wear your normal regular shoes, warm up the regular way,
Yep.
let the variable be the session, change nothing.
Yeah.
Just go do a casual, lovely recovery run.
Yeah.
And if you had the 3 kilometer mark where things felt a bit funny, let's just kind of work between 3 to 5 Ks and just pay attention of your body. When you finish your run, get your phone out for me and just take some notes.
Okay.
Run was fabulous.
Yeah.
No pain.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Terrible. It was worse. I started, the pain came on at the first K as opposed to 3. Or if it shifts, it's no longer now getting down the leg this way. Now it's more around my backside. Whatever it might be, take the notes down. So the next time we hang out, we'll go, cool, where are we at? In terms of things from here, the conversation normally goes, okay, well, you have these goals ahead of you. If there's some EP-based rehab that can be introduced at the gym, we can pivot towards there.
Yeah.
The thing that you can start off from today for me is if you were to loosen up, copy my session. If you were to loosen up the glute, the opposite side, the contralateral side of your mid-back with a roller, come around that TFL, get the ball and the glutes. If you have a massage gun, feel free to get in those areas. The idea now, stage 1, is let's deload these tissues. Let's make you more comfortable. Let's reduce the pain. When you come back and say, Andre, I'm 60% better, 70% better, the way manual therapy normally works is once you get over that nice little hump of the irritation, then it's about longevity and that resilience thing that we saw out. Then we'll have a discussion about what can we do to implement in your training, either with your coaches or in your own program. What can we implement for longevity?
Okay.
So then my role becomes, instead of this front-on primary healthcare, I become more of the bench. I'm the support structure.
Yep, cool.
Andre, I had this thing come up. Do I need to come and see you? Hey, Andre, this thing's flaring up. What do I got to do? As opposed to you coming to see me and I try and squeeze another 20%. 60, 70% is a wonderful chunk. The last 30, 40, 30%, 20% can be done at the gym for resilience, okay? So we'll leave it at that. You're going to go away, do your thing, take some notes. I'll get you to come back next week. I'll just review you from the top to bottom and we'll go from there. Thanks for the chat, man.
No worries. All right, and we are done. Knees all fixed. Hips are nice and mobile. So again, if you are in the Elwood area and you're feeling a bit of a niggle, need a bit of a massage, come on down here to Elevate. Ciao.